diagnosing what could be the problem with the cable on an S210E, the first thing you always want to look at is physically inspect the cable all the way down the machine to make sure that there's not any damage done to the jacket, because that's going to not allow the cable to slide in and out real easily. Here's a brand new cable, and the cable insert should slide real freely through the jacket. The next thing is down right up front, this loop is not appropriate. What you want is have a little bit more slack here to give the cable more room to flow through. Otherwise it will just bind it up and make it harder to pull. And then while you're down here, you want to look at this cable here, where it comes out of the nipple at. This should be a nice straight shot to that valve. If it has a real hard angle or anything that's making it rub up against the inside edge, it's going to cause a problem and add more friction to that cable. And one thing to figure out if you're trying to figure out if it's the valve or the actual cable itself is move the valve by hand and make sure that this opens and closes nice and free, so that then you know that the issue is either with the cable or if it was inside with the actual valve. Then next we'll take the cable and we'll follow it all the way up to the back of the handle. Alright, now up here on the handle you can see the handle is pretty hard to pull, and the cable itself is not taking a nice straight approach right there to the clamp. So what we need to do is adjust the handle itself over to the right so that this takes a nice clean shot. Right now it's dragging right up along the side of that guide, which is just causing extra friction and wear on this cable. So now to adjust this, right up here on the top you have the lock nuts that hold the handle in place. If we loosen up this inside one and tighten the outside, what it's going to do is draw the handle more to the right. So we'll do that until we get a nice alignment on the cable and that hole. So here we'll go ahead and do that. We'll loosen up the first one here. We'll do a little bit at a time and kind of see what we get. Now we can look underneath. We're still at an angle, not quite as bad as it was before, but there's still more we need to go. Still a whole lot better, but still just a little bit more. Now right there when we pulled the handle, it got a whole lot easier to pull, and also you can see that the cable takes a nice straight line from the guide to the clamp. One thing to remember when adjusting these on both sides of the machine, that you don't need these lock nuts real tight. You just want them right close to that thing, because what it needs to do is allow this handle to go ahead and close shut so your stop switch still works.